I know not a lot of people know this, but this is the whole point of being in this human experience, is to remember why we came here. But the thing is, we have forgotten that we live in a vast consciousness that we cannot see, but we're energetically and spiritually connected to. And since we are connected to this, there's a purpose and meaning behind absolutely everything that takes place in this human experience. But since we're so rooted in this dense reality, that causes us to be so consumed by the ego, we have a tendency to label and judge everything, to deem it good or bad. And because of this concept, this is why people chase after the very wrong things to fill up the void they feel within. And here, I'm here to tell you that the hugest cause of disconnection with your spirituality and love and your purpose is because of addictions. And the thing is, being in this human experience, we judge addictions as something wrong. But I'm here to share with you, there's a purpose behind why addictions happen and take place. Now, in today's video, it's not about judging yourself. It's not about judging anyone. It's literally about understanding why addictions take place, where they stem from, but also to share with you actually how they are here to benefit and guide you back to that love that you have forgotten. So just know today we're going to be discussing how to truly love yourself and understand the true purpose behind this disconnection, hence addictions, and it's actually leading you to a higher. What is Gooch, you beautiful awakened ones? Welcome back on another episode on Embracing the Essential series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontanez. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I am a intuitive shaman healer. I'm a psychic tarot reader. On this channel, I speak about spiritual development, emotional awareness. I do guided readings for each zodiac sign, and I talk about things I feel need to be talked about because our divine right to know more than what we've been told, to heal ourselves and to remember our purpose here. But other than that, you beautiful beings, so glad to have you back. And if you're new here, welcome. If you want to know anything about me or my business inquiries, all the information is down in the description box below, as well as if you want to be in a like-minded community, to meet other coaches, to meet other influencers, and actually to become one, then go to the link in the description of this video below to join the Awoke community. You have to actually go to that link to get an invite. It's a private community, but let me tell you, our whole goal is to be a spiritual Facebook. So that's the whole goal. If you want to be a part of that, if you want to share your own events and your own ideas, I guarantee you, or you just want people to connect to because you feel like you're alone on this journey, I highly guarantee you this is the community for you. So that link will be down in the description box below, and you'll be able to connect with me there as well. Now you know what I mean. Today, I really want to talk about this topic because, you know, I feel that in the spiritual community, everyone talks about doing the work, doing the work, doing the work. And, you know, sometimes people get shunned to the point that, you know, it's hard to understand how to do the inner work, how to work on yourself, how to learn to love you again. And some people in the spiritual community condemn people who are still struggling to connect to their truth again. And I've been in that place, and sometimes I still catch myself in that place. And I feel that this video is going to be very helpful and very uplifting to help you bring more compassion to yourself towards what you call issues that actually have a beautiful purpose behind them. And I know you may think, how does addiction have a beautiful purpose behind it? Here's the thing, like I said in the beginning, we live in a huge, vast collective consciousness that makes everything for a reason. There is a purpose behind absolutely everything. And that is the paradox of the universe. It has to use the dark in order to create light, and it uses the light to illuminate the darkness. So everything is combined to assist us, period. And that's what I want to share with you today, is understanding the purpose behind your addictions. And addictions come from anything, you guys. Please understand. It's not just about, drinking or drugs or sex. It could be through negative thought patterns, hereditary programming, emotional abuse, self-infliction, not even just physically, but emotionally and mentally, There's so many things we can get addicted to the point we're so unconscious of it. And let me tell you, everything I'm about to share with you, you can apply to anything in your life that you feel you have an addiction towards. But here is the thing. You first got to be mindful that addiction, what it is the overconsumption of overindulging in something way too much to get a payoff from it. That is what an addiction is. Like for me, my addictions that I had, around the age of 17 when I went to college, and then up until like, my early 20s, I was in the state of, my whole state. And, people say that's normal. But to me, it was way too overindulgent to the point I wasn't paying my bills. I wasn't paying attention. If anything, I was spending all my money, all my bills on alcohol, on weed, on, I just, was sleeping with random people, just strangers. And, this caused such a routine. It caused such a repetitive, consistent, what would you call that? A repetitive, consistent cycle, a toxic one at that, to the point it was like I had to feed it every single day, and it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good because I consistently was looking at myself like someone who was worthless, someone that was meant to be used, someone that like couldn't hold on to money, that couldn't have any healthy habits. And I really thought there was something wrong with me for so long. And it was to the point that doing these things physically really got to me emotionally, got to me mentally, got me in my feelings spiritually, to the point that I really thought something was wrong with me. And that's when I really had that moment of when my mom tried to say, God can't help you if you're gay. And that really struck a chord with me to make me realize the reason why I overindulge in such things is because I'm trying to fill the void of feeling lovable within me. And that's what I had to realize through my addictions, is that I was trying to get a payoff because I didn't want to pay attention to the emptiness that needed love. It didn't need anything outside of me. It needed me to show up for me. So the whole purpose of why addictions exist is because it's here to show you what you feel lost from, what you feel disconnected from. I want you to understand, we live in a dense reality, meaning that this physical essence that we're in, this ego, the body is the ego. The reason why we have an ego is because it helps root us into this physical reality. And that's why when people try to kill their ego, you're stupid. If you're trying to kill your ego, you're going to try to kill yourself. The ego is here to root you in this physicality. But a lot of people don't know that. And the reason why we don't know that is because we think meaning doesn't come from trying to understand yourself. People see the wrong ways of meaning is coming from things outside of them to deem them worthy. And the whole reason why I want to share with you today the purpose behind addictions, because they really do guide you to your truth. You guys, if I didn't do all those things, if I didn't hurt people, if I didn't cheat in those relationships, if I wasn't unfaithful, if I didn't really face my own demons, the one thing I would have known, I would have stood there. But if I would have, what I did is I looked at what we consider our demons. Really, I had to look at the trauma. Because there's the reasons behind addiction, it really stems from trauma that is still sitting within our body that's really actually trying to process through. But the reason why we run to things or chase things outside of us to fill that void is because we don't want to tend to what makes us feel empty. Because a lot of people think that facing what we consider our demons, are very emotional turmoil, that inner chaos. The reason why a lot of people don't want to face it is because they think facing the pain causes more pain. I'm here to tell you, you denying the pain causes more pain. You facing the pain causes it to dissolve itself. So the reason why you have addictions, I want you to really understand this. The reason behind your addictions is because there's an underlying subconscious meaning that you're desiring a connection with yourself on a deeper level that has nothing to do with this physical realm. It has everything to do with the spiritual essence of who you are. And the spiritual meaning behind addictions is really trying to help you understand that you are still sitting with emotional turmoil. And it's about time that you face it. It's about time that you honor where you have been that has brought you to where you are. And that takes time, you guys. I've met a lot of people in my life who've done heroin, who've done meth, who've done all these crazy things, and they have helped themselves. They have healed themselves. And the similarities behind those stories that I always find about people who have overcome their addictions is that they always say the payoff that I got was that I was addicted to the suffering, that I believed that I wasn't lovable or good enough to realize that I deserve better in life, because I only thought that the pain that caused me to be the way that I am was all that they deserved. And that was such a similarity that I've seen with people who have overcome their addictions. So I'm not here to tell you that I'm a doctor. If you feel you need a therapist or you need a doctor, please go to a licensed professional, because I'm not one. But what has helped me overcome my addictions is to actually honor the fact that they're trying to teach me how to love myself in healthier ways. What is not serving me that I'm getting a payoff from that I know is not actually getting the benefits that I want? And how can I transform that? How can I transmute that into what will benefit me and what is healthy for me? So, I could go on about the meaning behind why people smoke cigarettes, why people drink. The reason why people drink is because they don't know how to deal with their anger. The reason why people smoke cigarettes is because they don't know how to deal with their anxiety, And all of these things, all of these different emotions are really trying to help you learn how to overcome these barriers that are actually energetic blocks that are caused by lies and beliefs that are not even your own. Addictions actually stem from beliefs and things and perceptions that they're still within your body that is causing you to keep believing this and continue the cycle of suffering. So the whole point of why I'm sharing this with you is to not judge your addictions, is to not judge yourself. If you feel like you've done good for 1 year and all of a sudden you go back to that very thing and you shun yourself, don't do that. The reason why we are imperfect and the reason why we're not meant to be perfect is because we're meant to make mistakes. This is how we grow. This is how we learn. This is how we can actually take our own willpower and our own focus and see. This is why Divine gave us our own mind, the power of our words, the power of our being, to say, what are you going to build? What are you going to take out of this and use for you that is healthy? And not only that, how are you going to inspire other people? Because let me tell you, every person I ever met, even towards myself, when I overcame an addiction, I was always an inspiration for someone else. Our stories that we deem bad, that has caused us suffering, keeps us. What we deem bad, that has caused us suffering, and if we keep deeming it bad and judging it, all we're going to do is stay in it. But what if you start questioning, why is it here? What if you start questioning the very thing that you do consistently? Why am I so addicted to this? And I guarantee you, every time you question whatever it is that you consistently repeat an unhealthy trait, I guarantee you, every time you question it, you're going to hear a higher calling within you that's going to guide you into learning how to transmute that energy. It's all about trusting in yourself, trusting where you are, and trusting the fact that all of this is guiding you to a better way of being. It's just, how do you want to go about it? How do you want to go about it? You have your own willpower. We all have our own willpower. But addiction is only you running away from yourself. But addiction, if you transmute that perspective, addiction can actually guide you back to yourself. It's a weird paradox, you guys. Weird paradox. Like the book I'm currently reading talks about trauma. And it was saying that trauma is what people deem demons. But really what these demons are doing are really not trying to hurt you. You are choosing to allow them to be there, to hurt you. But the true purpose of why they're there is to actually help you awaken to what is still within you that you need to purge out of you. It's so crazy, you guys. A lot of people say, I have so many demons. Well, your demons are not there to hurt you. Your demons are there to show you how to illuminate them. Shit is crazy, you guys. So I'm not here to tell you how to overcome addiction. What I'm here to share with you is understanding how to find your purpose behind your addictions and see, where is it trying to lead you? Is it trying to lead you down a road that is not good? Or is it trying to lead you down a road of, what is the purpose? What is the story behind this? Because there's a story behind everything, you guys. There's a story why anyone gets addicted to anything, because it's the higher calling to them. I guarantee you, I've met so many people who had addictions that automatically, when they overcame them, they gained spiritual gifts. They awakened their spirituality. All because they actually understood that their addictions were actually causing the disconnection and the depression. What was that? It's like you're depressing your truth. Only because you're too scared of seeing your truth. So don't judge your addictions. Just know they're here because you're getting a payoff. But in order to overcome them, question why they're there. And know that it's just a sign that you're ready for change. Once you start to be aware of what is it that you're overindulging in. And overindulgence, you guys, is always a way of running away from self. But we're here to love self. We're here to be rooted in self, because only we can find fulfillment within ourselves in this lifetime. But it requires us the commitment to see the best version of ourselves and actually commit to loving who we are, because we're not here to work on ourselves in this world, you guys. We're here to love on ourselves, and the purpose of life is to give life meaning, and the meaning of life is to know that all you have to do is be happy and love yourself. And your mission here is to seek and give out your own unique love of what you have found true inspiration and purpose in your life. So other than that, you beautiful beings, that's all I wanted to share with you. The purpose behind addictions. And like I said, you have addictions in cigarettes, and jump into relationship to sex, to negative thought patterns, to negative traits, behavioral traits. No matter the addiction, there is a payoff you're getting from overindulging in it. But if you're ready, if you're aware of this now, then that means all you need to do is start questioning why it's there. And I guarantee you will go down the rabbit hole. It will be a little bit scary, but you will find yourself. You will find yourself again. So all that, you beautiful beings, that's all I wanted to share with you. I really hope this helps you understand the spiritual meaning behind addictions, and not to judge your physical experience or your trauma or your childhood, your stories, but to love the fact that all of it is just a guideline for you to start illuminating the darkness that is actually not here to hurt you. It's here to push you to recognize your light and your truth. And now, you beautiful beings, I love you guys so much. I really hope this helps. If it did, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification button, and also write in the comment section below what you got out of this video, because I love to hear from you guys. And if you want to know any of my business inquiries, book a personal tarot reading, or any of my merch, or any of my services, all that information down in the description box below. But until then, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Have a blissful day. And just know